Welcome to Phazon Labs, the internet's premier Metroid Futurist podcast, powered by the World 1-1 Podcast Network. I am, as always, your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me this week is Michael Space Jump Spastic Brown.
Whatever the most recent accent I had was, I smell French fries for some reason.
Sure that's not burnt toast?
Shut up.
I'm not having a stroke.
That's great, Mother. Keep those periodic updates coming.
And every week we get together and we bang our Phazon rocks together and see if we can make a new goddamn Metroid game, because we want it and we should have it. And so should you. So let's dive in. This week I got one for you, and it's a rare case where I've got one that's maybe kind of middling fleshed out. The creative thought process on this actually kind of went backwards for me. I kind of started with the ending and tried to work my way back. So we'll see how well I did. I want me a third person over the shoulder style, maybe not even over the shoulder, but kind of that pulled back camera like we got in Other M, or hell, even God of War. You know, somewhere kind of in between those two. I feel like that's the way to go for like 1, 2, 3 classic.
Okay. So almost fixed cameras then.
I feel like that would work best for some of this.
Okay.
That's what my gut says. I want to see this game start with Samus having been finally caught and incarcerated by the Federation. And she's trying to break out. Like, this is full-blown prison escape Metroidvania.
Okay.
And in the process, obviously, you know, there's going to be some toe-to-toe mix-ups with the guards, as well as some of the other assorted, you know, convicts that the Federation has locked away. I feel like there's a lot of fun potential in this. Take it a totally different direction that the series just has not explored.
I like it. Like, there's lots of opportunity. Now, they can't take her suit from her.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, that's mystical and magical, so they can't take that from her. But what about the upgrades?
Now, they could hypothetically... you could MacGuffin something in to where, kind of Deadpool style, it essentially like negates her ability to call out her suit.
Okay.
That's an option. So I feel like maybe that's where it starts, is with the initial breakout, and she has to find something to undo that restraint so that she can get her suit out.
Yes.
So there's a solid starting point. From there, I'm thinking various upgrades and abilities come from picking off the bosses and taking parts of them.
How do you mean?
I'm thinking we've probably got lots of convicts locked up in space prison that have various augmentations and modifications grafted into them. And when she finally manages to, you know, take them down as boss fights, the bigger non-standard goon ones, that she rips those various augmentations out of them and manages to essentially kind of hodgepodge them to her suit.
Okay. Well, here's another option. What if...
Almost kind of a la Lockdown from Transformers Animated.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
I thought that'd get your attention.
Yeah, here's another option. What if, at certain points, she meets characters that have unique abilities, and she brings them with, promising, I'll help you get out of here if you help me get out of here. And that's how she ends up with these abilities for a while, by literally having them in tow somehow.
it's almost more of an indirect. I'm thinking. Oh, god damn it! What am I thinking of? Kind of like a squad-based game.
A little bit, like kind of like Lost Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Say
Tron.
Lost. That, or maybe a tinge of like Pikmin-ish.
Yeah.
Bookbinder was another one I recently downloaded. I haven't gotten to start in on yet. But that'd be another example, I think.
Okay.
So, but that's not a bad thought either. And that's you know what you could do even? You could add a little randomization to it. So when you get to the end of the boss fight, they're presented with an option of, look, I can either kill you now and take your shit, or you can come with me. And the computer randomizes which selection it makes every playthrough.
Yeah.
So some of the abilities you'll end up with direct control over, and some you have to kind of navigate in more of a squad-based manner.
Yeah. Ooh, for drama, what if most of these people she put there?
I was thinking that. At least some, for sure. I definitely feel like that's there's gotta be at least some. But if you think about it, you never really hear much about the bad guys getting caught in a Metroid, just, killed and blown up along with the rest of the planet.
Off the planet.
Mm-hmm. Boom? Yes, boom. So, but yeah.
You could almost add a slight RPG element in that, like, in order to convince certain ones to help you, you got to bring them certain things. So, a la Onimusha 2, giving gifts and things like that to try to win their favor.
I could maybe see that. You almost kind of have to play your luck with, which guards maybe you can bribe.
Yeah, that's another thing.
To get around a few things. I feel like it should be a lightly applied element, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't do that all the time. But, a big, huge space prison complex, I think presents itself really well as a world design for a Metroidvania.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of, and especially in, that kind of semi 3D with, like I said, the other M God of War camera style there. So you can 3D out that map, but you have the main corridors, and then, you're looking for hints in some of the cells, maybe that there's some hidden tunnels dug out, or a chance to get into like the water system to try and get around some of the facility.
Yeah.
So
now, how much stealth are we talking here then?
I wasn't inclined to go super stealthy. That wasn't my thought, but you're right. I could definitely see that being a piece of it. I honestly hadn't thought about that part, but that's not a bad idea. I don't think you'd go much more stealth than what you got in Dread.
Fair.
That feels about right. So I feel like that's maybe not a bad mechanic to work with either. Was like the Phantom Cloak would be a good way to go about it.
Mm-hmm. Once you re-unlock it or whatever.
Mm-hmm. But no, I feel like this whole thing should somewhere culminate with a crooked prison warden who's maybe got like some dealings with the Black Ops side of the Federation. It's been doing all the dirty shit for years now.
All right.
Like, it's entirely possible maybe that that Black Ops part of the Federation has a deal with the Warden so that inmates occasionally, disappear out of his custody, transferred supposedly never to be seen again, and you find out that they're essentially being used for experimentation. because we know that's something they like to do.
Right.
I think this could piece
That
together
be how
really
she-
well.
That could be how she finally gets loose.
There you go.
Is they're taking her for experimentation because they know she's a unique situation, so they're going to want all the detail they can get. That's when she breaks out.
There you go. That's the way to do it. So, at some point in there's got to be a terrible, there's got to be like a, awful prison food comment made.
Yes.
There's got to be something where like, that's gross. I've got Metroid siblings that wouldn't eat that. It's got to happen. I definitely think too, one of the things that would be really neat to see is somewhere mid-game, maybe like a solid 2/3 of the way through, you get almost a horde mode scene where it's just surviving waves of goon inmates and kind of mid-tier baddies as well, where to cause distraction and chaos. The cell doors are all opened and basically everybody gets let loose and it's a giant prison riot.
Okay.
So I feel like prison riot is definitely something that should be explored here. It'd be a shame to have all this awesome space prison shit and no fucking prison riot. That's just not okay.
There's one thing I need to see.
What do we got?
I need to, because I said, we've already discussed the concept that she put some of these people here.
Mm-hmm.
I want her to reenact the scene from The Watchmen. I'm not in here with you, you're in here with me. Same gruff voice and everything.
Dude, there's an idea we should play with at some point, like a Rorschach power suit.
Yes.
That should happen. I feel like we have the creativity to come up with something good for that sometime. I firmly believe.
Yeah, I think we could do something fun with that.
So, but that's for a different episode, a different day. Oh, what else do we need to have in here? I know what we need.
What?
This story, this game needs a narrator. It needs narration.
Okay.
And it's got to be Morgan Freeman.
Shawshank Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
You mispronounced Gilbert Godfrey.
I was just watching some stuff with him in it in the last couple of weeks too, actually. But no, all told though, I feel like there's definitely an opportunity to explore some pieces of this universe that I don't think I've really ever heard anybody bring up or talk about.
I'm listening.
That kind of makes me happy. The whole prison colony system.
You're fleshing out the Federation a lot more too, because
yeah,
for as huge as the Metroid universe is, the universe hasn't really been poked at all.
No, not at all. So I think the one piece where I feel like this might suffer though is you can't, it doesn't feel like there's, nope, I have a fix for that. I was just going to say, I feel like the environment would be kind of samey all the way throughout. But I started thinking, given that this facility has to house, they're assorted convicts and criminals from all over their universe, you've probably got to have some different bio environments set up for certain species to house them.
Right.
I'm like, nope, there's a fix for that. I felt pretty good about that. I had a problem, or I almost had a problem, but I caught myself.
Can
Like, go
Crocomire be the warden?
Yes! I'm fucking here for it. Maybe not Crocomire specifically, but another one of his species.
Yes, because he needs more love.
Right? No, I think that'd be a fun way to bring back Crocomire, honestly. You know, work him in as the fucking warden. I'm really okay with that. That makes me so happy inside.
Yeah.
It makes me a little upset I hadn't thought of it, but it makes me happy inside knowing it now. So, I definitely feel like we should have some solid kind of maybe blues industrial music behind this.
I'm thinking
A little
straight
sci-fi blues industrial.
I'm thinking, well, I think you can cycle back and forth between that and just straight up industrial.
Agreed.
Like, obviously they're gonna have something for these creatures to do. It's a mining facility. They put in the prisoners into mining.
It's an option.
Yeah.
No, that's not a bad option either. There's plenty you could do with that, as
Right.
far as opening up like another area and maybe tossing in some specific mechanics.
It'll be like the part in Brutal Legend where the headbangers are breaking rocks with their heads.
There's a game I haven't thought about in ages.
That game was criminally underrated.
Agreed. It was also misadvertised, though.
It was very misadvertised. Like, I'm glad it was, because otherwise I wouldn't have bought it. But it was a great fucking story.
Oh yeah. So, but no, I feel like too there's an opportunity where, you know, going through those mines, that there's at least one or two abilities that should be added that are essentially just mining equipment that she grabbed out of there and managed to get out with.
Sonic Drill.
Mm-hmm.
Shit like that, yeah.
No, I want something a little nastier. I want like a, oh god, some sort of nasty like buzzsaw, a la like Dead Space.
Okay. I'm also thinking a bomb that doesn't work in morph ball form.
Ooh, there we go.
Something she literally almost has to bowl away from her because it's dangerous to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'll take out certain types of walls and shit.
I'm kind of thinking like a gravity drop bomb.
Yeah.
Like something that's meant to be kind of tossed over a ledge. So it's almost got like a grenade throw mechanic to it.
Yeah.
It'd be the second time at least she got a grenade style weapon. Because they did that once with Hunters as one of the specials. And it was a lot of fun. I'd be okay with bringing that back. So. So, I feel like we've kind of fleshed this out pretty nicely for something that was kind of a half-cocked idea for me this week.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is what I mean when I say this kind of worked backwards for me though.
Mm-hmm.
The idea started in my head with a title, and then my brain started working on what works with this title, and I started working backwards. So I've got something in mind, but I'm curious if you've got anything first.
I don't.
Okay. Because I'm going to say it, and it's going to feel real good. Like, you're going to want to say it, because it's going to sound fucking awesome. And like something you want to play. Coming this summer, Metroid Lockdown.
All right. I hate you.
You want to play it now, don't you?
I kind of do.
Mm-hmm. But no, it's like the words popped into my head, and I'm like, that's a Metroid game, but I don't know how yet. But I'm gonna figure it the fuck out, and that's what I spent the last couple days doing. That's our pitch for Metroid Lockdown. That's it for us this week here on Phazon Labs. I want to say thank you to my partner Michael for coming and hanging out with me. Thank you to everybody that tuned in this week, and you can catch us here on the World 1-1 Podcast Network every Monday. And if this is your jam and you've got an awesome idea, make sure you hit us up on Twitter, and we would love to have you on and have you share your awesome Metroid pitch with us and with the world. Go hit us up over on Twitter at Phazon Labs, and you can find that and everything else in the show notes, including links to Discord and Podbean and Good Pods and all that great stuff. That's it for us, and we'll be back next week here on the World 1-1 Podcast Network. Press start to engage your mind. We'll see you next mission, everybody. Peace!